We are headed to the Midwest, and it's still kind of winter time. It's going to be really cold, and we don't have a heater in the van, as if you followed us, you know. And it's still getting in the negative degrees where we're headed. So the next few days should be interesting for cold weather in a minivan. And with the snow and ice around, I'm not really sure where we're going to be staying. So it's going to be a challenge finding spots to stay and staying in the cold, let alone cooking outdoors in the cold. I'm not sure if we'll be able to do that. So we might have to just have wraps or peanut butter and jelly. But should be an interesting next few days as we head east in the north.
Welcome to the Adventure Closet. I'm Liz, and this is Charlie. We are two 80s and 90s kids that never lost their sense of wonder. We're all over the map, exploring wild and abandoned places, discovering rocks, geology, and history of different areas, all while living and traveling in our minivan Opal. I guess you can say our life is a mixtape of adventures. So hop in the van, hit the subscribe button, and let's go somewhere. I love it when they have the big long ones. Ooh.
She gonna get me. Hey. Patch of rain here. So we're heading to the Midwest, and we just so happen to be heading to the Midwest when it's supposed to get about 8 inches of snow. Perfect time to be driving into the Midwest. There's like an extreme cold front coming down, and the temperature is going to be in the possible single digits. So should be exciting.
Yeah, we're just gonna enjoy this rain. And then it stopped.
Welcome to Idaho.
New state.
Well, we've been here before.
Yeah, we've been here lots of times. But it feels good.
Feels good to get some miles done.
Yeah. And I think we're going to make a stop here in Idaho.
Yeah.
Just a quick one.
Maybe more than one. You never know.
Maybe we'll stay the night here.
Yeah, last time we just drove straight through and didn't even stop.
I love how, what time is it?
5.
Okay, it's like 5 p.m. We still don't know if we're going to stay here in Idaho tonight.
Yeah.
Or what we're going to do. So you guys will find out when we do. And isn't Opal's shadow like super precious? Ooh, there it is.
Turn left on the Treaty Rock Road, West Alley.
And some shorts.
Take the next left onto Treaty Rock Road, West Alley. Then you will arrive at your destination.
This is it. So we are at Treaty Rock in Post Falls, Idaho, and it's a rock that either was made during or in memorial just after of a treaty of 200 acres of land in this area. And it's not where I would think it would be, because there's like apartments here, an auto shop here, and yeah, a jiu-jitsu place right there. But and it's literally like a minute or two off of I-90 in Idaho, Post Falls, Idaho. And there's a lot of snow on the ground here. So we decided that we'd check it out because it's something to do. It's free, and you know, why not? Seems to be a short urban loop nowadays. That's I-90 right there, and we are on the wheelchair accessible trail. Some nice rock area going on, some railroad tracks, mini mall.
Do you explain what it was?
I explained that it's a treaty between some guy. What's his name?
Friedrich Post from Germany. Yeah.
Maybe that's what Post Falls is named after, is Friedrich Post. Because if he owned 200 acres here, right in the heart of the city, I would think that Post Falls would be named after him.
So there was this guy, Friedrich Post, this German guy. He came here to Idaho, and he made a treaty with a local tribe that if he could have 200 acres of their land, that he would provide them timber, like all the timber they wanted. And so he built this really successful like sawmill, and he even opened like one of the first grist mills in the area. And the really interesting thing about this is it is the first signed treaty in America that was done on a rock that we know of.
That was the only, not the first.
Oh, it might be the only. We'll look that up. So I'm kind of excited to see this. This sounds really interesting. Look at this rock formation.
So it says 1871, 1.1871, Frederick Post, POS. I think somebody else is doing the second POS maybe. And then there's petroglyph just underneath it of a, looks like a, it's hard to make out what that is. Honestly, it looks like there's like a basket and a man, but this could be like a map of the land and indigenous person signing over their land to him. So that's kind of cool. So there's two people shaking hands over another person, like maybe a smaller person, maybe a witness. And then there's a couple of dots connecting the two, or the three. And then it's in a kind of a circle. And then there's another person on the outside here that is in arms with maybe the tribe. Maybe that's what that is. Maybe this person is shaking hands with the tribe. And then maybe these dashes represent the amount of land he was given. And then you have his name, which looks like this. Yeah. So it's carved in this probably 30, 40 foot high wall of rock here. Liz for scale. And now the freeway is right next to it. Obviously the freeway wasn't there in the 1870s, but probably the railroad wasn't either at that time, obviously. So it's a pretty cool place. Like I could see how this would be a little special place. It's kind of in a little valley area. You come down the path to it, and it's just this massive wall in front of you. And there's his signature and a petroglyph as well. And then the trail continues on this way and loops around back to the parking lot area, which is not bad. So yeah, this is a pretty cool place. I'm glad we stopped and checked it out.
This is really extremely interesting, and it's just like the side of the freeway spot. Like, I'm glad they have it protected, but like the thought that like they signed the contract on a rock. Like,
so to give you perspective, this was signed in 1871 and Idaho became a state in 1890. So almost 20 years later, if my math is correct.
and I mean, English was not their native language. Like, they weren't gonna sign their name in recognizable writing. It's a picture. That's how they communicated through writing. So the fact that their signature is this picture is just amazing.
Yeah, the pictograph right there. I'm glad they protected it. I mean, it makes it harder to show in on video and stuff, but I mean, still, that looks kind of cool with the sunset behind it. But it's definitely been, you know, lightened up a bit since then. And it looks like it might have been like tried to be washed off at some point. But all in all, this is pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. It's so weird how the indigenous people just decided to give up their land to people like this. Like, 200 acres is a lot. And, I mean, at least this guy was like, hey, I'll give you wood from the mill for your tribe so you can use it to build or whatever if you sign over this land here. So, yeah. It was a trade. Don't know if it was fair. With housing markets these days, that's not a fair trade. But, all right. Let's go walk the rest of this little trail and see what it's like. So the ADA trail ends right here, and this is a walking trail part. And that's a habitat tree for birds. There's another one over there, habitat tree for the birds. Whew. It is chilly. It's gonna be a cold night tonight, wherever we stay. This is kind of cool. You can walk between two giant rocks.
It's literally behind that apartment complex right there.
Treaty Rock Apartments.
Treaty Rock Apartments. And now to find camp. It's probably gonna be a rest stop.
Yeah. Most likely.
real looking. You guys want to see one more thing before we find camp? I think we have a little bit of daylight left.
We should have just enough.
Just enough. We'll take you. It's not the cemetery, but that looked like a cool cemetery. It's something else. Are you guys excited?
Turn right onto Milwaukee Drive. Your destination is on the right.
Here it is, quite possibly the coolest library we'll ever visit. Let's check it out. Oh my gosh, I love this. Oh no, I might have to trade that Banff book for this.
Yeah.
So cute. So I'm going to do a trade for this book, A Brief History of Time by Stephen Hawking. And I'm gonna have to go dig a book out of the van. Oh my gosh. Where are we? This is magical. Hey, kitty kitty. Hi. Oh my goodness. That's amazing.
It's the library cat. That's the librarian.
Huh?
I said that's the librarian. So this was a 110-year-old black cottonwood tree that they had to cut down because it was dying, and they left a 10-foot stump and built a little free library in it, complete with lighting. You might have seen this online, but we just decided to stop and check it out.
Librarian, can I exchange this book for this one? She ran away, I don't know. They're getting Banff, backcountry Banff.
Which may be a hint to future videos.
That was a good trade.
Well, it was a good trade.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're gonna drive until I'm tired and then find camp. was that big old rain cloud that you were filming.
Yeah, we're starting to get a little bit of snow. Just flurries. But we're about to go over some passes, possibly, if we don't stop. So that big pink cloud that I was filming, I think we're in it. Oh yeah, it's picking up. This might be an interesting night.
My goal was to complete all the passes today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just because there's a big storm coming and I want to get through all this area and through the passes, through the Rockies before it gets bad. But I think we have another day or so, but I kind of want to make as much ground as possible without, safely.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good plan.
Yeah. I'm kind of worried about, the North Dakota section.
I am too, because
8 inches of snow.
they can get like snow drifts up to like 12 feet of snow and it's heavy. Like, I doubt we'll experience that. I'm crossing my fingers that we won't. But I don't know what to do with snow like that. But people in North Dakota do it every year, so.
Yeah, so it says that we're going to get 8 inches around Bismarck. And that'll be a couple episodes from here. By the time you see this, we'll have already made it through there.
Yeah.
We are now passing through 4th of July Pass. It's dark, so you're not going to be able to see anything. And the roads are fine. They're dry, not icy. Temperature's 30 degrees right now. And it's 6 o'clock, so it's going to be a cold night tonight.
You're probably wondering why we are trying to go through all these passes and we're talking about North Dakota and here we are in Idaho. Our goal is to get to Minnesota.
Again,
yeah.
Apparently Minnesota is where you go.
Yeah, well, we got a really cool opportunity for another job that works out perfect for people with nomadic lifestyles. So we're going to check that out for us as well as you guys. As we know, a few viewers do, they do like to have that information, how they too can find work and make this lifestyle sustainable. As you guys know, well, most people know, YouTube is not a high-paying gig, not until you're really big. And we have to sustain ourselves, We've got to work just like everybody else. We're not just roaming the country willy-nilly, even though it looks like it.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
When we started watching YouTube, we thought that, YouTubers make a lot of money, period, end of sentence. And they do if they have a giant following. If they have a giant following, you can make a lot of money. 2,600 people is not a giant following in YouTube standards. And we, this month, made, or we're on the books for making $56. And that's not even a tank of gas for us.
Yeah.
The fact that we're making $50 a month, posting 2 videos a week, 2,600 followers at the time of filming.
As you know, our videos are behind. We probably, hopefully, have more subscribers. But if not,
at least one or two more.
We're pretty dang happy with the subscribers we have.
We are. We're actually amazed at the subscribers we have.
Yeah, there's no drama down in the comments. It's all awesome.
Yeah.
Positivity, and you guys help us grow as people because we get so much good feedback down there.
Yeah. So anyway, we are heading to Minnesota to supplement our $50 a month YouTube income so that we can bring you guys some pretty awesome content.
Yeah.
Which, spoiler alert, we actually made some plans. And if you've been following us for a while, you know that that's not us.
Yeah,
We're not ready
plans?
to what?
Plans? What are those?
I know, right? We're not ready to divulge our plans just yet because, as you found out in the past few episodes, plans seem to change on a whim for us.
Yes.
And we are... I can just say that you guys are going to love it if our plans work out.
Yeah, we're in for possibly the most exciting year of our lives.
Yeah.
Us getting jobs it's part of life, and we don't always show it on YouTube because we're showing you guys the adventures. And now if a job seems like an adventure or something that might be good for somebody else trying to do this lifestyle, we're gonna share it. Also, we do have income from Patreon.
Yeah.
And we are not gonna sit on our butts and just collect Patreon donations. We're gonna go out and work for this. This is a huge dream of ours to make this channel successful, or just keep this lifestyle going, really. We're stopped at a rest stop in Montana, getting the van ready for the night.
I didn't realize how cold it was in the van until I came in here and it's heated in the rest stop we're at. It's 24 degrees and it's supposed to get down to 14, it says feels like 11 degrees tonight. So it's gonna be a little cold. We'll have to snuggle up next to Liz and use our combined body heat. So that sound you're hearing now is the heater in here. But one unfortunate thing about sleeping at a rest stop is the trucker noise, like the semi noise. We have earplugs for doing this because the semis are so loud. But let me just show you here. I'll walk out there and I'll show you. Okay, here we go. Now, we're in a little corridor here, so it's kind of quiet. But when I step outside, we got all these trucks running all night. We're by Riverbend, Montana at a rest stop. It's about 50 miles west of Missoula. And a lot of snow on the ground, as you can see. and it's hard snow. So, should be a pretty cool night, and yeah, more trucks pulling up right now. And we're parked way over here. Try to park where it's least amount of light. So we got one more truck that can pull up next to us, and they probably will because you know, you got mountain pass behind us, another mountain pass in front of us, and it's getting late in the night, and they all want to take their time off and relax. So we're gonna get in the van and cuddle up and try and get some sleep. We got a full house. Last one rolling in right now. This is quite a busy place. Now, one other car, but I don't know, 2 other cars. But I'm not sure if they're staying the night. But just a bunch of semis and little old us. Looks like we got one other van lifer, but I guarantee you they have some heat. I'm not knocking heat. I would love some heat, but we ain't got no room. All right, it's time to curl up in bed, get some sleep, because tomorrow we got something exciting to show you guys, and pretty stoked about this one. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next episode. Well, it's late in the night. You can hear Liz liking stuff on Facebook still.
I just like all them things. I can't help it.
She's just liking you guys' comments. As you can hear, the low rumble in the background of the semi trucks. We would like to say thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Well, that was fun. And bye now.
Bye now.
See you tomorrow in the next episode.